we're a little on the same, whatever. I want to use Creator Studio Classic because I don't think the new one actually shows you how many things. Ah, this is better. Back how YouTube used to be back in the day. Remember when it used to look like this? That was cool. I don't think I had this homepage though. How do I get to the videos? Hey, videos. Come on. Screw you, Kappa. Screw you, Kappa. Kappa, frick off. Kappa, frick off. Kappa, frick off. Kappa, frick off. We're here. No monetization though still. The puzzle of yarn is fixed. Do you like it, Smidge? You like it? Do you like it? You think it's good? Yeah, you think it's good, don't you? You think it's good. So, I don't really know how to explain this, and frankly, I'm not sure if I should explain this. So I'm just going to tell you the short version. I do like to write stories, and as a kid, I would write a heck of a lot of stories. These folders right here, they all contain just random papers that I did throughout my very, very young years. I'm going to have my camera like this, just in case if something comes up behind me. A lot of them were done with just pictures, because I would draw stuff, and, you know, my handwriting is terrible now, never mind back then. But, I did have this series that is hopefully, I really hope it's in here. Oh yeah, okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. I think they're all here. This is just a series I did, and just so that you're wondering, no, my handwriting is not this good. I had my mom write it. I just kind of told her what to write. This was way back in 2008. Yeah, there's Adventures Part 1, Adventures Part 2. Oh yeah, I did it again, didn't I? What is this? Yeah, I did them twice for some reason. Numbers Part 1, Numbers Part 2, Alphabet Part 1, Alphabet Part 2, what is this? Animals Part 1, Animals Part 2, Space Part 1, yeah, there are quite a few, and I was just wondering if I might as well read them to you, just to see what you think. This is very young me. Now, just a warning, I remember, and this was quite a few years ago, that I remember looking back on the very first one that I did, the one that I'm about to read you today, and being really embarrassed by it. And that was a couple years ago, so I have no idea what I'll think of it now. Okay. Okay. That should be good. Okay. So, oh, by the way, this is my 401st video, but I'm counting it as number 400, because whatever. So let's just see what we think about it. Maybe you guys will hate this, but I just thought that might be cool. Let me know what you think. Just not even about the story. Just let me know what you think about me reading them. Just looking back on what a horrible... Part 1, 2008, by me, Adventures. Adventures Part 1. Oh boy, this is going to be embarrassing. Chapter 1, Too Bad for People. Hi, Smedgy. Smedgy, that's yarn, no. A person was stuck in a cage inside a castle. He got out from the window. "Open the gate! They're escaping!" yelled the bad soldier. Two people opened the gate and they ran after the guy, and then the little boy found a person in a wagon that was trying to save him. "Hop in," said the driver. The little boy hopped into the wagon and they were driven away by the soldiers. Wait, weren't the soldiers the bad guys? "My name is Adventure Boy." Wow. Wow. Said the little boy. "Can you help me get on the rest of my adventures?" Oh my god, this is so cringy. "Sure," said the driver. And then they killed the soldiers with their swords by stealing the swords from the soldiers. I like how there's like no explanation as to how that worked. It's just bam, that's what happened. Then Adventure Boy and the driver became heroes by killing 1, 2, 3 soldiers. But they ran after them. They went up to a treehouse to save themselves, but then the soldiers got a rope and climbed up to the top of the treehouse. "Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho," they said. "Any on hang gliders?" said Adventure Boy. "Yep," said the driver. "There's 4 on hang gliders and 2 riding a dinosaur. In case if anyone is wondering, yes, I am fairly certain that this is very much ripping off that one episode of Arthur. Yeah, I don't know. The rest of the stories don't rip off Arthur, and I think this kind of stops ripping off Arthur after a bit. "What's your name?" asked Adventure Boy. "Albert," said the driver. "Walbert?" said Adventure Boy. "Albert," said the driver. I remember finding that hilarious when I was writing this. Adventure Boy and Albert went up to the snowy hill. They were riding in a cable car. "They'll," crossed out, "you'll never get away with this," yelled the soldier. But Adventure Boy swinged the rope onto the next cable car. They climbed across the rope and went to that cable car. It was empty. There were no cable cars left, so they climbed up the rest of the snowy mountain. What? Why didn't you just stay in the cable car? That's my attempt at drawing what's going on. I think that's supposed to be like a soldier there, and these are the cable cars. This is obviously a mountain. Chapter 2. A very short story. Okay. "How about a story?" said Albert when they were at the top of the snowy mountain. "All right," said Adventure Boy. "I got gold..." You just have storybooks there? "I got Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Little Red Riding Hood, and the Three Little Pigs," said Albert. "The Three Little Pigs," said Adventure Boy. "All right," said Albert. "Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. They built themselves a house and sang along happily. The end." "Now what?" said Adventure Boy. That's the they're just sitting on the very small mountaintop. I have no idea what that is. "I don't know," joked Albert. "You're it," said Albert. "I'll catch you in a second," said Adventure Boy. "You're it," said Adventure Boy. "No, you're it. No, you're it. No, you're it. No, you're it. I'll catch you in a second," said the soldiers. "Anyone for ice cream?" said Adventure Boy. I guess that's them eating ice cream. I remember finding that beyond hilarious at the time. This is embarrassing. You better appreciate at least what I'm doing, the spirit of what I'm doing. Chapter 3. A very fun day. After Albert and Adventure Boy finished their ice cream, I guess the soldiers are just gone, they went and traveled around the world. Way to sum it up. "Woo," said Albert. "That was a piece of cake," said Adventure Boy. "A piece of cake," said Albert. "I don't have a piece of cake in my hands." Comedy. "No," said Adventure Boy. "A piece of cake is an expression that means that it was nice." No, a piece of cake means that something's easy, but whatever. "Oh," said Albert. "Want to ride in my car?" said Adventure Boy. "All right," said Albert. "Hey, have you ever heard this song?" said Adventure Boy as they were climbing in the car. I guess that's them in a car. "The wheels on the car go round and round. I hope I don't get copyright striked. The wheels on the car go round and round. All through the..." "Cut it out," yelled Albert, and made Adventure Boy die. "Now that has figured it out," said Albert. What? Okay, that's obviously a steering wheel. That's a steering wheel. These are seats. Is that like a tree or like Adventure Boy like plummeting down because he's dead? Whoa, and then the car crashed into the field. And then Albert died too. "You'll never escape this time," said the soldiers. The soldiers came back, but when the soldiers said, "Yeah, yeah," they couldn't breathe anymore, and then they died too. The end. There's a drawing in there somewhere. Part 2 is actually kind of short. Chapter 1. Another very thingy day? What? I thought... I don't know. I thought it could be like another, and then whatever chapter 1 was called. That was for people, so whatever. And then Adventure Boy came back to life from the magic air around him. This is the one part that I actually remembered from this story that was pretty ridiculous. Just the magic air healed him. "What happened?" said Adventure Boy. "I thought that..." So I guess he fell asleep on the car seat, and that's a steering wheel. Comedy. And then the soldiers came back to life again, and then Albert came back to life again. Okay, do you know what? I think what happened was I wrote this, and see how part 1 looks different than the rest of it? I think that's because that I wrote this, and that was intended to be it. Like, that was just everyone died. But then I probably showed it to, like, a couple people, and they were like, "That's kind of sad that everyone died." So I was like, "Oh, shoot." So I just written part 1, and then I wrote a quick part 2. I think that's what happened. "I've been a rotten spoon," said Albert. I don't think there's any reason that he said that. I think it's just another attempt at comedy on my young, innocent part. "I'll catch you in a second," said the soldiers. "Take you away," said Albert. That doesn't mean anything, but whatever. Then Albert went away. Then the soldiers caught Adventure Boy and ate him all up. This is the last page. I guess what happened was I put chapter 1 and I was like, oh shoot, I put chapter 1, but it's the only chapter, so I quickly just put chapter 2, dinner. Chapter 2, dinner, and ate him all up. This story will end soon. 2 more page words on the next page that you are reading in this book. Then Albert ate the soldiers all up. Then Albert became a hero, because I guess Adventure Boy is just dead. Those 2 more... Smudgy, you've already been fed. Those 2 more words on the next page are, I guess that's people like holding him up because he's a hero. The end. And then I have next time trailers too. Numbers, alphabet, how do you, animals. Numbers coming in 2008, animals coming in 2009, alphabet coming in 2009, how do you coming in 2008. Have fun with these books that are going to be made pretty soon. Yeah, even back then I was still saying that things were coming by soon when it would take quite a while. So, that was one of the very first written stories that I ever wrote as a small kid. I know that they're ridiculous, I know that they're kind of stupid, but again, you gotta remember, like, I was really young when I was writing them, like, I'm talking really little, as you can probably tell. I have, like, none of the, I doubt that many of you really liked this story. If you found them funny, that was my intention, so I'm glad. Please let me know if you just liked me reading them. Or maybe if you just want me to not even do running commentary and just read them out as normal. Because I would like to do the other ones that I did as well. It's just this is kind of like a test pilot. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. So you enjoyed it. And if you didn't like it, please leave a dislike. So you didn't enjoy it. Leave a comment down below if you liked how I, because it feels awesome to get some motivation and encouragement. And if you didn't like it, please leave a comment down below saying why you didn't like it. So I can improve next time as well. Otherwise, I won't be able to improve. Just treat your dislikes if we're a like. And subscribe so when next week the video comes out. Thanks again so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time. My mouth was dry when I started this. I need to drink water. Bye-bye.